The Spooky Adventure Channel, a descent into digital madness. Do you dare to tune into a channel that broadcasts your deepest fears? Prepare to question reality as we delve into a chilling tale of a TV that reflects more than just light. Hailey's day had been a relentless assault on her senses, leaving her craving the solace of silence. But even silence can be a tormentor. She collapsed onto the couch, seeking refuge in the familiar glow of the television, hoping to drown out the day's echoes with mindless entertainment. The remote, cold and indifferent, became her only companion. Channel after channel flickered past, a parade of mundane distractions. News anchors with rehearsed smiles, chefs crafting culinary illusions, sitcom characters trapped in predictable loops. Then the screen dissolved into a blizzard of static, a chaotic dance of white noise that filled the room with an unsettling hum. In an age of seamless streaming, static felt like an anomaly, a glitch in the matrix. Yet something held Hailey back from banishing it with a click. Beneath the crackling surface, a faint pulse throbbed, a subtle vibration that hinted at something more than random interference. It felt alive. A whisper slithered from the speakers, barely audible yet impossible to ignore. Hailey leaned forward, her heart hammering against her ribs, straining to decipher the sound. The whispers intensified, coalescing into fragmented syllables, then words. Her name. Softly at first, a tentative caress of sound, then with growing urgency, a desperate plea. "Aich! Hailey! Hailey!" A cold dread washed over her. This wasn't just static. This was something else, something malevolent. "This isn't real," she stammered, her voice trembling, clutching the remote as if it were a lifeline. The rational part of her brain screamed for her to change the channel, to escape this auditory hallucination. But a morbid curiosity, a dark fascination held her captive. The screen convulsed, the static swirling and coalescing taking on form. A shadow emerged from the chaos, indistinct and grotesque, like a nightmare struggling to break free. It writhed and pulsed, drawing closer, until a face clawed its way out of the noise, pale, gaunt and silently screaming. Its eyes, hollow and black, locked onto hers, piercing through the veil of static. Hailey recoiled, a strangled cry escaping her lips. She fumbled with the remote, her fingers slick with sweat, desperately trying to shut off the horrifying spectacle. She slammed the power button, but the TV remained stubbornly on, the static hissing with renewed vigor. Panic clawed at her throat. She yanked the plug from the wall, severing the power supply, yet the screen continued to glow, an eerie beacon in the darkening room. The whispers escalated into a cacophony of voices, a chorus of tormented souls all chanting her name, each syllable laced with desperation and despair. She stumbled backward, her pulse a frantic drumbeat in her ears. The figure on the screen contorted and warped, its face a grotesque mask of anguish, reflecting her own growing terror. Then the image shifted, morphing into something even more disturbing. It wasn't static anymore. It was her. Sitting in the same room, wearing the same clothes, her eyes wide with the same paralyzing fear. A perfect mirror image, yet subtly wrong, tainted by the screen's malevolent influence. The camera angle in the feed widened, slowly revealing the room in chilling detail. The couch, worn and familiar. The curtains casting long, distorted shadows. The coffee table, cluttered with the detritus of her life. And then, standing just behind her doppelganger on the screen, a shadowy figure, its form indistinct, yet undeniably menacing. Hailey whirled around, her heart threatening to burst from her chest, but the room was empty. Only shadows danced in the corners, playing tricks on her eyes. She turned back to the screen, her breath catching in her throat. The shadowy figure had moved closer in the feed, its hand outstretched toward her double, its touch promising nothing but oblivion. "No, no, no, no," she screamed, scrambling toward the door, desperate to escape the digital nightmare that had invaded her reality. But her legs felt heavy, leaden, as if the air itself had thickened, trapping her in place. The whispers in the room transformed into wails, ear-splitting and guttural, a symphony of suffering that resonated deep within her bones. The screen flickered one last time, the image sharpening, focusing on her doppelganger's face. Tears streamed down her face, reflecting the cold light of the screen. Her lips moved, forming words that were faint but audible, carried on the wave of static. "It's too late. The screen went black, plunging the room into an oppressive darkness. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the frantic pounding of her heart. Behind her, the floorboards creaked, a subtle shift in the atmosphere that sent a jolt of pure terror through her veins. Before she could turn, before she could scream, an icy hand clamped down on her shoulder, its grip like a vice. The story ends with an abrupt, deafening silence, leaving the reader to imagine the horrors that await in the darkness. This isn't just a story. It's a descent into the unsettling depths of the human psyche, a chilling exploration of fear, paranoia, and the blurring lines between reality and illusion. The static channel taps into our primal anxieties about technology, the unknown, and the potential for our own minds to betray us. The story preys on the fear of the uncanny, the unsettling feeling when something familiar becomes distorted and alien. The doppelganger on the screen represents a fractured version of ourselves, a manifestation of our deepest fears and insecurities. The shadowy figure lurking behind her is a symbol of the unseen forces that control our lives, the anxieties that haunt our waking hours. The ambiguous ending leaves the reader with a lingering sense of unease, forcing them to confront their own fears and question the nature of reality. Is Hailey truly trapped in a digital nightmare, or is she simply succumbing to a mental breakdown, her mind conjuring horrors from the depths of her subconscious? The answer, like the static on the screen, remains elusive and unsettling. This story is crafted to resonate with those who crave the thrill of the unknown, the chilling embrace of fear, and the unsettling mysteries of the paranormal. It's a tale that will linger in your mind long after you've finished reading, prompting you to question the reality around you and the darkness that lurks within. Thriller readers will appreciate the suspenseful pacing, the psychological twists, and the sense of impending doom that permeates the story. Horror fans will revel in the chilling imagery, the grotesque transformations, and the ambiguous ending that leaves them questioning what is real and what is not. Paranormal enthusiasts will be drawn to the story's exploration of unseen forces, alternate realities, and the potential for technology to become a conduit for the supernatural. Have you been captivated by the chilling tale of the static channel? Do you crave more stories that delve into the darkest corners of the human psyche and the unsettling mysteries of the paranormal? Then I urge you to take the following steps. Share this story. Spread the fear. Share the static channel with your fellow thriller readers, horror fans, and paranormal enthusiasts. Let them experience the chilling descent into digital madness. Leave a comment. What did you think of the story? What scared you the most? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more chilling creepypasta stories that will keep you up at night. Subscribe to the channel and never miss a new dose of terror. Explore similar content. Delve deeper into the world of horror and the paranormal. Explore other creepypasta stories, watch scary movies, and read books that will challenge your perception of reality. Most importantly, keep the lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Don't just be a reader. Become a part of the community. Share your fears, explore the unknown, and dare to tune into the Spooky Adventure channel. But be warned, once you start listening, you may never be able to turn it off.